is up, Kev? How are
What's
you? Let
going
me change my
on?
name here. I am not the Wonderland update, although we will.
I got you.
We will give a Wonderland update
There's an
today.
update?
First, there's an update. First, let's jump to this. I got to get rid of this real quick. Remember the One-Up arcade One-Up when they charged everybody incorrectly,
Yep.
And of course, Kev, we said, well, this is not good. I mean, and everybody was like, don't worry, they'll get their refunds. Everybody will get their refunds. It'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. Of course, you have people on Discord saying, I had to ask for my refund. I couldn't get it. Then John D's got to go, I got to look into this. And for people who don't know,
God.
they incorrectly charged, Iconic with John D's Special Arcade, incorrectly charged customers when they didn't ship, and they charged. People had to go back and ask 2-3 times to get their money back. But remember, everybody was like, "Oh, it'll be fine."
You mean it just didn't fix itself?
Well, Kev, here's the other thing. Remember, all these shills said, "Well, this isn't John D's issue. He has nothing to. He's just a consultant. He's just a consultant." Why is he in the chats going, "Oh, I'm going to have to help you with this, and I'll get back"? You're a consultant.
Stay out of it.
Why are you even involved?
Exactly. Well, he's involved when they say he is, and he's not when the show say he's not. So they got their signals crossed on that one. That's all.
It's terrible.
Oh my God.
But once again, we told you this is just a disaster. But all right, that's enough One-Up. Kev, something weird happened to me the other day. This is totally off subject, guys.
Okay.
Something that has never happened to me in 20 years, and I'm going to tell you this, and tell me if this is odd. So I'm walking down the street, and this guy comes up to me, and he looks at me. He's like, "Hey," he goes, "You got the time?" And I had that second. I went, "What? What?" He's like, "Do you have the time?" I'm like, who doesn't have the time in today's age? Like, what do you mean? You don't have a phone? You don't have a watch? Like I had to second guess myself and go, are you joking? Am I on candid camera here? What do you mean, do I have the time? Everybody has the time.
Yeah.
Oh. So
and what'd you tell him?
I grabbed my phone and I'm like, look, it's 3:35, buddy. You get a phone. I don't know what to tell you. But it had me thinking, and I'm leading into this, Kev. I'm leading into this. And we have a trivia coming up in just a second, so don't go away. I'm going to give away a $10 Amazon gift card to the first one that gets this. So get ready, get your chats home. It's going to be a quick one, and it's movie related, okay? I have a sundial.
Sundial, yeah.
That's better than nothing,
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, so and I was thinking, like, how many things have been obsolete? And I was watching this movie, and it had yellow pages in it. I'm watching this movie with my kid, and like somebody breaks out the yellow pages. And I know I'm getting way off track here. We'll get to pinball, guys. I apologize, and it just made me think about the guy who asked me for the time. Then I'm seeing a movie with yellow pages. My kids don't know what yellow pages are. And then, but the other thing I'm thinking of, remember Yellow Pages had everybody's address, so you could dox you just dox yourself in the Yellow Pages.
The neighborhood was doxed.
Yeah. Everybody was doxed. Nobody cared.
It was crazy.
Let's get into the trivia because I want to talk about this before I can't give it away because somebody's going to Google it really quickly. This is just, you can only answer once. If you answer twice, I'm not counting it. Kev's going to look at the chat to see who gets this answer right.
I got it ready.
It's movie related, $10 Amazon gift card to the first one who answers correctly. Okay. And we've been watching this series of movies. Here is the question, $10 Amazon gift card. First one to answer. We were watching this movie, and the movie was the first Terminator. Whoever can tell me in the first scene, what is the year they reference when the machines are fighting in the first scene? Just give me the year. The first one to put the year in the chat. And you will win $10 Amazon gift card. Kev did not know this. Kev did not know this because I
was close though, real close.
Yeah. So anybody who gets it. Now the reason, Kev, we're watching them, the whole family's watching them. We're going over who is not 2025. We're trying to select what was the best Terminator, and I'm getting, we're on Terminator 3 right now,
Okay.
And I told the kid, I'm like, we're not watching Salvation or Genesis. Those are garbage.
Wait, we might have have a winner. He's going to come up in 1 second here. And
it says, I see Brad.
There it is.
The first one.
2029.
All right.
He is the first one.
Is correct.
Brad,
2029. You shouldn't have had to Google that. You shouldn't have, if you were a true Terminator fan, but I'm watching, I'm going, oh my God, it's 2025 and we're almost there where this movie is at,
Woo,
it was kind of crazy. Good job, Brad.
Yeah.
I don't know which Brad this is, but send the email to the Rexer Show at gmail.com, the Rexer Show at gmail.com, and I will email you your $10 gift card. So
I guess 2032, just so everybody knows. I was close. 3 years.
What's the best Terminator movie?
Oh, if you go action, it's the second one, but the first one is just like legit because it was. It's gritty.
I might say
iconic.
The first one's the worst of the three.
Yeah, but it sets it all up. It sets the world up and everything that comes after. I think it's
between T2 and T3.
T3? That's controversial.
T3.
Oh my God. That is so hot take
everybody's saying T2.
Yeah.
T2. I don't know. T3 was pretty good. And I'm going to say something that people, who's the actress? Who's Sarah Connor? I forget her name as an actress. She's not a good actress.
Linda Hamilton
is not a good actress. Don't care what anybody says. She's not good. Okay. Agreed. And that's why she doesn't have many parts other than that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. She hasn't done anything.
Yeah. So I don't know why I was bringing up T2. Besides, we have a flashback, guys. We're going to open with a flashback. Then we're going to get into pinball content. We have 3 things to cover: X Arcade Pinball, Jaws 50th, and Wonderland Pinball. Everybody's saying T2. I think you guys are wrong.
Well,
it's good, but I don't know.
Because I think it came out when like T2 was like 80, was like 90, right? So like we were like 17, 18 years old. T1, we were like 10.
Yeah.
So like I think it's
T2
different.
had better scene, like better graphics, better scenes, better. It even had everything was better.
Exactly.
Storyline was pretty good.
One was more suspenseful. Totally agree. Yeah.
All right. So let's go flashback. Now, usually we pick on Mike B all the time, but we're kind of tired of Wait, can I say something before we get started in this show with everybody here? And we're not going to talk about it, but there is so much drama going on in the one-up Illuminati community. It is hilarious, and I hope somebody covers it. We're not covering it because we don't care.
We're not
part of it. Again, we do not create the drama. No. People like to say, "Oh, those guys have drama," and they're drama chat. There is so much drama. Like completely outside of what we're doing. We're never even on this thing anymore. No. It is hilarious. No.
Yeah.
Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Yeah. Did you ever watch this? So this was a show on Fox, which was legit amazing. It was
wait a second.
Yes, you have to watch this. It's streaming. I believe it lasted 2 seasons and it was about to get into the best part, but they canceled it because they moved it around. It is amazing. I think you would love it. If you find it, you got to find it.
Yeah, I can't even talk about it because it's so
we don't even know.
We don't even know. It's so wackadoodle, guys. This is why we laugh when they're like, these guys are drama on drama. There is so much drama behind the curtains that you guys don't even know. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's so great that we're just
trying to talk pinball. We're never even gonna get through this video.
Yeah.
Okay, let's flash back. The reason here's another thing I want to and this kind of has nothing to do with it, but we're going to talk about pinball, and we always say. Oh, thank you, Papa Brad. Go ahead,
Brad. Papa Brad's Gaming, Kev Gret for free, for fun, and for the community. But that's Rexer's $2, not mine.
Not Kev's. My $2. And I just gave away $10 thanks to people like Papa Brad, Paul Barris, I want to thank.
Yes.
Everybody.
Stringer Films.
Unacceptable Fringe. All the people who have given us super chats in the past. This is how we give away $10.
Yep.
Thank you all.
Thanks,
if I missed anybody, I'm sorry because I know a lot of other people have super chatted. But like I said, I want to talk about pinball. But the funny thing is we talked the other day, Kev, about people who get free stuff, free pinball games, free, just free games on any Steam or whatever, indie games. And we keep telling these companies, we keep telling ourselves, we laugh because we're like, these guys are doing your game a disservice. They are making your game look like crap. And they sit there and play, whether it's their pinball and they don't know what they're doing. They can't talk about it because they've never played it. They didn't get through any modes. They didn't do any of the gameplay, and they're just playing it. And everybody who's watching is going, this game is absolute garbage.
Yes, it sucks. And it's like, no, it's not a true representation of what's being played. Yeah. It's crazy. Papa's got it. One and done gameplay, 45 minutes and get out.
Which reminds me of Switch Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza's coming up on the Switch too, Kev. Oh, did you see my here? Did you see?
Oh, wait, what do you?
You see that up there, Kev?
Oh, I see. I see a little.
Oh, Kev! Somebody's got a Switch too.
Shilly Willy. Rexer's a Shilly Willy. He got a Switch.
Willy. Speaking of Shilly Willy, we might see Shilly Willy come out of retirement for the flashback.
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, they're doing a disservice to your games, guys. I'm sorry. Some of these games aren't as bad as even though Killer Instinct on that games is bad, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's our flashback, guys. We're going to go back in time because there's a lot of stuff. We're linking a lot of stuff together to make this Terminator thing come up. Because if everybody knows, it's like the anniversary of T2. So let me get through this, or nobody's going to watch this because it's going to be 100 hours long. We usually pick on Mike B, but today we got to pick on the mayor, Kev. Oh. And for people who don't know who the mayor is, he's P-Dub's Arcade Loft. Now, I think, Kev, that he thinks we nicknamed him the mayor.
No, we did not call him. Not true. There's another member of the community.
Your peers, the people you used to accept super chats from, the person you used to just take his super chats, even though he was a cancer at the community, and you just used to take them and you used to let him into your community. That's who nicknamed you the mayor. Okay.
100%.
And all your peers continue to call you the mayor. All the people in your chats have called you the mayor. I know you don't want to hear it, but we could care less to call you the mayor. We just call you it because all your buddies reference you as the mayor.
Yes.
All right. So not us, just so you know. I just want to make that had nothing to do with it again. But this is, I mean, when you go back 3 years, which is like this is how ridiculous these guys were. And the more we look at it later, how ridiculous. And we've made light of this kind of before, but this is just to show people we weren't lying when we said these guys bring up manifests and they'd research this. Here is P-Dubs researching FCC guidelines. And let me bring it up. For the Simpsons arcade.
About what's going on here. So I got some stuff I wanted to show you guys.
Oh my God.
From this FCC filing. Let me get it up on the screen.
Look how serious
so right here, guys, we have the FCC user manual for the Arcade 1-Up Simpsons arcade cabinet. And you'll notice that when you go down on the user manual, it does confirm right down here that Simpsons Bowling is our second game. So this is 100% what's going to be happening on this arcade cabinet.
Oh my God, it's confirmed.
I can't. This is what they did 3 years ago.
This is what they, Kev. And are any of them playing Simpson Bowling? Do any of them still have the Simpsons? They convinced you $700 for Simpsons. They shilled it. And these guys, like 19 Cent, are playing Silver Strike, we told them. They bought Silver Strike. Their Simpsons is gone. And you guys bought it for $700 thinking that Simpsons Bowling was a great game.
Yep. And remember how much of a failure this was when Walmart clearanced it for $50.
Yes, they clearanced it, and RGT just ate it up. This is what you guys got: FCC filing.
FCC filing streams with the mayor.
After they all shilled it, and it was great. And then RGT was like, "You guys realize this is all messed up?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see that part, you know."
This is hilarious.
But speaking of Simpsons, let's take a trip down memory lane. Here's the flashback, Kev. Now I apologize that this may get blocked. And the whole it's going to get copyrighted. I don't care. Like, I'm not these other guys who won't put anything copyrighted because they're afraid to lose their $3 for their stream. That's not. But people who are watching after the fact, you may see this cut out because sometimes I just have to cut it out. And you won't even know what I showed. But we're going to show it because it's so good. It's a flashed out memory lane, and it has to do with Simpsons. It has to do with T2, and it has to do with Chilly Willy. We all remember Chilly Willy the Penguin, but remember when there was Chilly Willy the Penguin? And this is a video that the Rexer Show did at one point. Yes,
Chilly Willy is
back.
ever. Chilly's back.
I'm getting copyrighted right away. They might even
Yeah,
block
they got
this
you.
Is that Shilly Willy? Oh,
Where is
no.
he? Oh, no.
Struggling YouTuber. Help.
What's he going to do? This is amazing.
Oh, no. Please don't copyright this. Please don't shut it down.
That sounds like a
Potential arcade one-up shill.
What'll it be?
Want to grow your channel? You want to take shortcuts? Don't mind sucking up? But I got the perfect formula.
Coming up. Nice.
Simpsons.
You like?
I like.
More.
One up.
More.
One up. One up.
Nice.
Very nice.
Plenty.
John D. John D.
Plenty.
John D. John D.
Good.
Very good.
You like?
I like.
Okay.
Okay.
More.
Arcade one up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, geez. Oh,
Oh, Shilly's got no money.
Chili. That's a classic.
That's one of my faves.
Oh,
I can't
God.
believe he's back.
These guys were shilling $700 T2. They're all gone. They have none of them. The Simpsons.
But their videos will live on. That's all they have now.
I mean, if they were smart, they'd delete all these videos before I can get to them. Before we can just go back in time and look at all this hilariousness.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, all right. Jaws 50th, Kev.
Woo!
Let me bring it up. Jaws 50th.
Let's
For those that
go.
don't know, Jaws Stern has already been done. Okay. And they're doing a 50th anniversary edition here.
Of our Jaws pinball machine.
And they're doing a
Mark
production
this
run
golden
for this year.
anniversary.
And this
We've
is how it
crafted
looks.
this
Now, I'm not going to show the old
50th
ones, but this one obviously
anniversary
looks
edition.
different.
It's just
That
red
there's some
around the
really
trim.
There's some
cosmetics.
different things that they did with it in
Playfield
terms
integrates
of glitter on the
enhanced
play
artwork
field or
Glitter.
something.
They put
brass
glitter on
powder
it.
coated wire form
brass
ramps
powder wire.
that make it really
they put
pop.
They
This
put a,
collector's item
sticker,
also boasts
50th
a distinctive 50th
Listen.
anniversary
Yeah,
hologram
give me that sticker.
Okay,
to go
I gotta
along
stop it
with
there.
a unique
This is
track-
horrible.
because this is what I want to say to Stern. I know they're probably not listening, but who cares? Don't say in your video,
Yeah.
"Ooh, there's a 50th anniversary hologram sticker." Just show it, okay?
Yes.
Because it's not a good look to
It's not
say
a feature.
Oh, it's not like a feature-rich item. Now, if you had a gold-plated plaque that says one of 300 made or two, show that.
Yeah.
But a hologram sticker, you're gonna
It's
don't
bad.
show it in the video, but don't say anything about it.
Agreed. Because anyone can buy a sticker that looks just like that on Etsy. I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
I mean,
guys.
It's like an all-new cabinet
No,
decal.
I'll give my thing. I really
The
like
game
the
is
art.
also
I think it's
outfitted with a
retro.
bold
I think
red
it's cool.
armor
People
kit,
didn't like
including
it.
matching legs,
The red
hinges,
is a little
front molding,
boldy,
and
but
Yeah, it is.
I'm not necessarily against it.
While
it just
this
jumps
50th
out at you.
anniversary premium edition of
But
Jaws
this game
will
is
only
great.
be available
So,
to purchase during this calendar
if you
year.
haven't gotten it
We also
already,
have some exciting code
it's an option
updates
for you.
across all of our
now,
Jaws pinball
here's
machines.
what I also want to say,
Our new
Kev,
content
because
enhancements have integrated team
people were flipping their shit on this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Why are you
Yeah.
guys all mad? You should, if you own this Jaws, like the premium, not this one, the premium or the pro, you should be happy that they didn't make something that is 10 times better than what you already own.
Yeah.
Because it devalues your item. It devalues it. Now, same as when they did the Jaws 30th, I believe it was 30th, and they made, or not Jurassic Park, excuse me, Jurassic Park 30th. I was like, God dang it. But it really wasn't that much better. So I was like, fine, nobody's really going to, you should be happy as a pinball owner of Jaws that it didn't come out better and a lot better. And if you're not a Jaws owner yet, now you have another option that I think looks pretty cool. All right, Kev, go ahead. Give your.
Here's the question. Why do we need this? Jaws came out last January, not even a year and a half ago. This is no different than Arcade 1-Up shilling out Pac-Man for its 30th, its 31st, 32nd. And like on top of that, why did they wait so long to update the code until today? Like these owners needed new code and they didn't do it because they were holding it for this announcement. I just don't know. If you knew this was coming, why did you release it on the 49th year? Just wait to the 50th. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, the table's amazing. Like, and you're right.
The
People
table is
who
amazing.
own-
I don't know. Richard,
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people
bashing Jaws.
bashing Jaws. I played it in the arcade.
No, I don't.
Remember, I was one of the first ones to play it at CES. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
And I said,
last year.
this is close to Godzilla, Jurassic Park. I'm like, it's pretty close in terms of how good it is. I said, it's not as good as them, but it's pretty good. And I gave it some praise. So I was not off, because now everybody says, wow, it's good. The code's even better. It's got a good theme. Everybody's happy about it. But anyway, go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off.
But and a lot of the current owners are like, I dodged a bullet, I'm better. But what if they somehow made it better, and 18 months after you purchased it, now you're Scrooged out of something that like you could have just waited for? It just seems with all the pinballs they released, why did they do this so quickly after they released?
Because
I mean, is this one of the
50th.
quickest?
They had to do the 50th.
But
last
just wait
year
to
was
the
the 49th or the 48th.
It was the 49th. But with all the pinballs, this could be the quickest re-release I've seen Stern do, right? Unless there's another pinball they released within a year. I mean, I don't think the playfield changed. It's just powder coated, red legs, and the code that everybody gets. So to your point, I would probably go get one of the originals. Like if I had to, get one from last year. I don't see the major difference, but with all the pinballs being released, I just don't see a market for re-releasing something that's still on the market. I don't know.
I had a video I wanted to show, which was a pin lights video for my Jurassic Park. Maybe we'll save it for the next one, because I don't see it. I don't know what I did with it. Let me see. But is it in here? Let's see.
I mean, you got Harry Potter coming out, and then
let's see if it plays.
It's like,
anyway, I know it's off the subject, but before we move on to this virtual pinball and the other Wonderland crap, I did want to say this because I just got a pin lights for my Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is a dark game. Let's see if this plays. Yeah, it's a little goofy
it's playing. It's playing. Yeah,
but it's not the way it's supposed to look. It's all wide and stretched, but it was a vertical. But if you own a dark game, you got to get these pin lights. And I'll leave it. Carrie Hardy did just Google it, pin lights. Carrie Hardy did a video. People have done videos. It just makes it look night and day for like Jurassic Park. So that's just something I wanted to add in here so people who are pinball fans can get my 2 cents on it. It's not great for every game, but for a dark game, oh my gosh, I can't give it enough praise,
Nice.
For that. Now let me remove off stream here. Boom. Okay. What else for Jaws? That's it. Good day,
I think that's it. Good for Jaws. I mean, Jaws 50th is getting a lot of exposure. They're re-releasing it in the theater. So I understand the announcement with this because they're doing a lot of promotion for Jaws 50th. So it makes sense that they're wanting to get their announcement in. I understand that. So close to the 49.
Here's the Jaws 30 is gorgeous, but I think mine's gorgeous, and it's just a pro. And I personally think it's gorgeous, the artwork. I don't, I know it's a little dark, but I like it. I liked it.
You do have the movie code, right, Rex?
I do have the movie code. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oopsie.
I don't have Insider Connected. I'm going to try and get Insider Connected and hope it works with the movie code. So, I'm thinking it. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like in a game like Elton John and some of these other ones are super bright and they're great. I mean, I loved it. I was like, oh man. Yeah. Okay, let's do Wonderland next. Next arcade last.
All right, let's do
take
Wonderland.
over for Wonderland.
All right, guys. Rex doesn't want to deal with this, but I have video of Wonderland Pinball update. They put out a Kickstarter update. You can go look at these updates, but we got some gameplay. The person playing this game, Rexer, is Jerry Cummings, the Arcade 1-Up father. He's also the architect of this game, but do we think Jerry is legit a pinball guy? Do we have any information on what he does? Hold on, guys.
This is Jerry. This is creator.
The creator of Arcade 1-Up and Wonderland.
This is the biggest pinball show there is. So every pinball machine that there is on the floor right now. And I'm kind of learning. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a pinball guy.
He's not a pinball guy. He's not a pinball guy. Did you hear that? He's not a fucking pinball guy. Let me back it up so you motherfuckers can hear it. Well, you see how much you don't.
We heard
there it is, guys.
We heard it. He's not a pinball guy.
He's not a pinball guy.
This is the guy making the Wonderland pinball, the 3/4 scale pinball that all the shills have been trying to jump on his bandwagon and his train to try and get a free one, and now they're not getting a free one, so they're kind of like, I don't know, do we really want to keep shilling the Wonderland? But it's old news. But anyway, go ahead, Kev. You got
so
more
this guy is Walt Wood. He's an amazing pinball player. He's kind of like you, Rex. He speaks his mind. People don't like him, but he's awesome. So that's the clip. So that's going to lead into the gameplay footage that you haven't seen yet. I want you to see this and tell me what you think of this. Ready? Let's go.
Go. Oh, that was great.
That was great. He threw the marble back in.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Jeez. I can't even see the ball when he hits it.
How
fast is it going? Great job there.
Yeah, he's going to shoot this ramp. Watch when he shoots the ramp. It's crazy. Wait.
All right. Jeez, it is flying.
It's flying.
When he hits it off wow.
You can't see it. Watch, ready?
At least he can hold it. At least he kind of fixed the flipper a little.
See how fast that went? It's
Where's
crazy.
the music? Where's the code? Where is the Kev, where is it all?
He's working on it. He still has 3 whole months.
Jeez, that ball is flying.
Look at the pop bumper. Just throw it.
Jerry plays through here a little bit. Let me talk to you a little bit about what's happening with production. So, as
Nobody
I mentioned,
cares.
there's a trip coming up.
Yeah, nobody cares.
The guys are going to go over.
We can
and
stop.
See,
if you want to keep going, we can just stop.
No, that's good. I don't need
there
to see
it is,
this mess.
guys.
This is the stuff. This is what everybody shilled, and oh my god, it's terrible.
You can't even see the ball. Not good yet.
Oh.
And that's the guy that's finalizing the code. Not a pinball guy. He's not a pinball guy. That's my favorite.
Maybe some pin lights. No, I don't think pin lights can save that.
No, this is
go
bad.
back and watch the beginning. There's some good parts there, Realm Chat.
Yeah,
we
Realm
missed you,
Chat.
man. We missed you. Okay.
That's so bad.
We need to move on to X Arcade.
Yeah. Yes.
Which has a
good
new pinball
news.
update. Good news.
Yes.
More news on their Haptics feedback kit. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yes.
You did a video on this,
Yeah,
so we'll probably have to link it in the description if we want.
Yeah,
more.
no worries. I came across this information. This is from X Arcade's website. It is now codenamed X-Force. That is their name for the haptic feedback kit. And you are getting now 2 solenoids. There's the solenoids that's showing on the screen. And now you're going to get 4 vibration modules to rumble. And on top of that, there's bass speakers inside of the top.
Look at the plunger, Kev.
And a plunger, which, hold on, I got the plunger for you. Look at that. They're going with
oh my gosh.
They're not playing around with this.
I don't understand how that gets added though. I don't understand
I don't
where
know
that
either.
is coming from.
I don't know either.
Oh,
so
maybe it's I don't know.
So here, hold on. So they have look at up here. Look at
maybe it slides underneath. It's like a long thing that it detaches right there.
It detaches somehow, and underneath of the X Arcade, there's this little trap door, and they might be somehow connecting it to that and wiring it through the trap door. So these guys are moving at the speed of light. Pre-orders should be opening up in a couple weeks. We don't know
what are these
price.
on the bottom right? What are the 2 things with the 2 buttonholes? What are those?
So I'm assuming this is going to be something with the pinball buttons on the outside that might have to be drilled or wired up. Here's the solenoids, it looks like. Here's the solenoids. And then I believe the nud sensor is these guys. But if you come down here, look, let me show you.
They have not given a lot of detail on this, but they did make an update today, I thought. Some post that says about drilling holes and what you need to do.
Yes, you will need to drill 4 holes into your X Arcade, and my guess is the 4 holes are for these vibration modules or the sides here.
Or is it just to mount the new top on the speakers?
So this speaker, there's screws that hold it up. You just pull it right off and put it on and wire it. This is the easiest part right here because I've taken mine off numerous times. It comes right off.
There's already something there without this speaker panel. I don't know. X Arcade.
Yeah, so you put your Quest joysticks in those holders on the left and right of the speakers, and there's nothing drilled in now to that. So you will have to unscrew the top and put their top in. They're going to give you a top that's like this. And so that, and then you somehow have to get
that speaker layout already.
No, that's coming. That's coming
With the
in the kit.
Okay.
Yeah. So this kit's
All
going
right,
to be
so
expensive.
the kit comes with that, and okay, it
Yeah,
adds on.
so-
It just lays on there. I mean,
there's screws all around it.
Screws,
There's like
okay.
8 screws in the back here that will cover this. As far as how these things go in with the flipper solenoids, it looks like it just screws down. It looks like they're
Yeah.
going to wire it and screw it down, which is amazing that they were able to fit this in. Now, here's something too. I don't know if you can see the joystick. See that big fat plastic piece?
on top of the left joystick.
Yes, that is going to help people that don't care about the nudge and they want to still use the physical joystick. They think
Yeah, I think I
that's
have a
going to
picture of it.
assist. Yeah, I couldn't.
A better
Here,
picture of that Mikey.
there it is. You'll get it better right there.
Right here.
Yeah, so there is some type of 3D printed that your thumb, they claim in testing, will be able to
Goes on
rest
top
on
of that left.
Yeah.
Right? It makes it easier to.
Yep, easier to
I
physical
mean,
nuts. We'll
I
see.
still don't agree with that, but you know.
Well, they're giving you the solenoids so you can bump
Yeah,
it as
so you can
well.
push
So
it
you're
or
getting
bump it,
everything. I'm sorry, not the not the solenoids, the accelerometer. So you will be able to bump this thing. Everything that we said was wrong with this thing has been corrected. So
Well, they're getting there. They're making
They're
improvements.
getting
Don't say
there. They're
everything.
getting
What are
there.
you,
Well-
X Arcade Shield? Do you need to
Well, hold on.
disclose
I
your
have an extra-
relationship? Do you need to
I have no
disclose a
relationship.
relationship?
I have no relationship.
Okay.
No,
We're
none.
the only
as of
channel
now.
that discloses that we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need to
That
disclose.
we don't. Yeah, exactly.
But we'll do non-disclosures right now since we don't have any with Stern
Not
or
an X
whoever we're
Arcade.
talking about. You know.
I'm not affiliated.
No,
I bought
God
everything
forbid
with my
other
own money.
people disclose, but whatever.
But what would you want to see next? If you can get the accelerometer, the solenoids,
I want to
the
see what the
force
side panel looks like with those 2 button holders.
Yeah,
I want to see
yeah.
if they're putting 2 buttons there. I don't understand
okay,
why they're not
yeah.
showing the sides of the unit in those pictures. I want to see the sides and what
Yeah.
changes are made to the sides. You know,
Well,
I don't
if you
understand
look
what
at-
those 2 button things that look like drink holders are. They look
Yeah,
like drink
and
holders. I don't know.
Look, you don't see buttons drilled here, so who knows what that is?
You
You're
got to
right.
bring it
We'll
back
have
up
to.
if you're.
Oh, shoot.
It's not on
Yeah.
the
So
screen
look,
anymore.
you don't see buttons being drilled on, or there's no additional buttons. You're right. So what are those holders? I don't. Here, let's take a look at it. Yeah, I don't know, but look, it looks like it fits right where the button is. That might be for the solenoids.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know, maybe it somehow fits. We'll have to see. Because here's the solenoids
More to
right.
come, I guess.
More,
I don't know.
more to come, but they're moving faster than I thought they would. So
Yeah.
this is positive news for me that we're going to get what we want out of this. So we'll see.
I mean, this thing is destroying. It's putting the at games 4KP
Yeah,
like to rest. It's like
It
burying
is.
it and
It
saying
is.
there's no reason because you can get all this stuff for cheaper than an AL4P and it
Yeah.
plays better.
Yeah.
You know, you get the VR experience. You get a ton more other stuff with the whole thing than just an AL4PK. And the 4K is a disaster anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't see the shills, shilling that anymore because PK, the owner, is kicking them all to the curb.
Yeah.
You know, whoever was working for him is fired now. All the
Yeah,
shills
they're
don't
all
care
gone.
anymore because it doesn't get any views when you do a new Dr. Seuss table or whatever, even Tomb
Yeah.
Raider or what, I don't know, whatever else. But
Yeah. Well, you know what the
So-
real nail in the coffin is? When you have guys like Brad and other people that play every version and they all come back to and say the VR version is where it's
yeah,
at.
the VR version
So
is the
it's-
most fun.
yeah.
and
Yes.
the best,
So
yeah.
that's the problem. Everyone with the 4K says that the VR version is the best. So if this continues, we get more.
Yes, the current
tables.
buttons are flipper buttons, but there's only
Yes,
one per side.
there's
so
only
there's
one.
no nudge button,
There's-
which was
yes.
my complaint.
That was your
So,
big complaint from day one, that we don't have a nudge or an accelerometer. So
You
we
have
don't
to
know.
put your thumb. You have to hold your left hand
Yeah.
thing on the joystick to nudge, which
Yes.
is. But now you can
Yes.
shake the table, which I guess is fine. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it works. It doesn't work
Yeah.
well anyway. The physics ain't great anyway on the nudge. So
Yeah,
fix
that's
that
the problem.
first.
Zen's
you
got to
know?
fix that stuff. But
Yeah.
we were asking for a couple things, right? We wanted accelerometer, we wanted feedback. They're giving it to us. So let's see what
Okay.
happens.
Well,
And that's
leave a
it.
thumbs up,
That's all we
guys.
got.
What else we got before we go?
That's
Put the
it.
thumbs up
Happy
button.
July 4th. Enjoy your
Yeah,
fireworks,
go enjoy
everybody.
your fireworks. Play some games. Don't just talk about them. All right. Is that
And
it, Kev?
remember, he's not a pinball guy. he's not a pinball guy.
Don't
That
be
guy lost
Shilly
it.
Willy either, Kev. You're
Don't be
Shilly Willy.
no.
You're arcade. I'm gonna have to change Shilly Willy to be the
Hey.
arcade XR2 and drop it down and
Hey.
be like,
You want me to pull the
put you sitting in the chair instead of Shilly Willy.
Wait a minute. Do you want me to pull the curtain back? I've been reached out to numerous times by the X Arcade folks, and I have not taken the bait. I'm free and I'm fun. So not yet. Not yet.
All right. Happy 4th,
Good job,
everyone.
guys.
I'll see
See
you. I gotta go
everybody.
eat
Later. Go eat.